It's a very surreal place to come. It's obviously interesting without sounding a bit perverse, but it's kept us quiet for a little while. Listening to what Wojciech's had to say and give us some insight as to what's going on. And, the numbers that they said walk through these doors with absolutely no hope of living, and we've just been in there where the bodies were cremated. So just about what he said, 90% of the people that came through the door didn't even really last over an hour.
I'm delighted I've came. It's been a fantastic experience. Not only for me but for the rest of the players that came. To come and get the tour and learn. So much more. It's been a fantastic day. It was optional, and the lads that have come have wanted to come. We're not being forced at all. It's easy to point to us for role models. It only takes one or two footballers to set a bad example, and we're sort of all tarnished with the same brush. But no, I think most of the lads that I've played with would love to come here and enjoy the experience. And if we can set an example to the young generation, and maybe if they are in Poland, to pop in and learn about the history, especially here, it'll be something worthwhile. I think when we all went in to see the human hair, and then we moved next door and we started seeing suitcases, and we saw sort of the age difference between 60-year-olds and even sort of 3-year-olds, and obviously having kids myself, seeing young kids' shoes was the point where it sort of starts bringing a tear to your eye and hitting home really hard. Then next door you see the selection of shoes, and let's be honest, we saw probably 40,000 pairs of shoes, but that would have been nothing compared to obviously the amount of people that obviously died and lost their lives here.
Well, I'm glad I came, but I've got to say it's not a pleasant experience. It's a very chastening experience, a very harrowing experience as well, and I think it's something that people should really try to do, because it's very difficult to imagine this type of inhumanity, but to see it so clearly documented and have the guide explain so clearly and so graphically how everything took place and the scale, it's still very worrying today, 60 years after the event. I don't know to what extent a visit from a football team can help promote the museum anyway, but if it can, then of course I'm delighted. Intolerance in society has been with us for many years, and I don't think you need any greater example of intolerance and sheer wickedness, really.
As a Jew and someone who was actually born in 1943 while this was happening, the Holocaust and what happened here has sort of been a huge overhang to my life in many ways. It's something I've thought about a huge amount. But I must say, coming here, nothing can prepare you for coming here. When you see what we've seen today, and we've only seen part of it today, and when you think of the wider picture and all the other camps and the things that were done, it's sort of beyond belief, really. If it wasn't true, it'd be difficult to believe. And I think the fact that our players, and I'm very proud of them, I have to say, that our players are doing this and putting their names to this, and supported by the Football Association, I think will give this message to a wider world and may interest people and to get them aware of the subject where they wouldn't have been otherwise.